Patrick Melber, wiwibloggs.com. We're on the journey on the road on to Malta Eurovision, and it's getting closer and closer, and we have the chance to meet actually all the contestants of this competition, and today we have the chance to meet Rhiannon. Hi Rhiannon.
Hi.
Thanks so much for making it.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm busy, but it's good.
Now it's your first time that you're participating in Malta Eurovision. Now how does it feel to be in the bubble of Malta Eurovision?
It feels good and scary at the same time because you kind of do not know what to expect. But yes, it's been a great experience so far. You meet a lot of new people. You even develop yourself as an artist in the public sphere. So kind of it helps even developing my personality. It's been great.
So what was the moment when you decided I will participate with a song now? It's time for me.
I have been thinking about it for quite some time, but I'm a person that always said I need to be 100% ready. I need to have a good song, a song I believe in, a team behind me. So it's been kind of a long process. So I've made contact and I've had people who've been wanting to support me for quite some time. And then when I actually wrote a great song, I said, okay, I think now is the time to actually step out of my comfort zone and just submit a song. I actually submitted 2 songs, and one was Moving Mountains and Fearless, and they both passed for the final 16. Then Fearless passed with the finalists for the final 16.
So, and how was the feeling when you realized, oh, I actually made it to the top 16?
I screamed. I could wear on the sofa. I was with my mom, my dad, and all my family was there, and like eagerly waiting. And then I told them, you have to watch out for either an F or an M. And then Fearless came up, and I just jumped out screaming. My mom was like, what happened? And I said, I passed. Yes, so that was like kind of a very random moment because I really wasn't expecting it.
Oh, but that's even better than if it comes like
Yes, it was so, because you kind of know your song is good, but you wouldn't actually believe that you would pass, you know, kind of your life still continues, you still continue to go to university, just, you just submit an application and you see how it goes. Then what actually happens is kind of hard to process.
Yes, I can imagine. Now you made it with your song Fearless. Can you tell us a bit about your song?
Yes, the song is written by Cyprian Kassar. He's the composer and I am the author of the song. The song is about my personal experiences, which I've passed through my anorexia, basically, which was obviously a pretty low point in my life. And I tried, I've always been a person who doesn't talk much, but it was always kind of through my music that I expressed myself. And I wanted that from a bad experience, I wanted to turn it into something good. And the lyrics of Fearless were basically a product of that.
Perfect. Now you said you had another song that's called Moving Mountains.
Yes.
When you have both two in comparison, which song would you have preferred if you could choose, or was it the right decision?
I think Fearless had more time invested in it. Fearless was the one which I wrote first, so kind of it was more, I was more focused when I wrote that song. Moving Mountains, I had a time frame because the applications, the deadline was approaching, so kind of I had to rush it a bit. But I think I would prefer Fearless. Because in Malta we had kind of like an open session to hear all the songs, the last 60, and when I was hearing all the songs, I said Fearless has a better chance of competing, and I think the best song actually passed.
No, that's even better then.
Yes.
Now, your song is very, I would say, really Anastasia inspired, but I think that's your voice as well.
Yes.
That has that kind of vibe. Now, is that the usual style that you prefer to sing, or do you also sing other styles? I like all kind of music, but it has always been R&B, soul, gospel. I'm also part of a gospel choir in Malta. Yes.
So it's kind of I've always had this kind of black kind of music. It was always R&B, it was always blues. It was always my line. But then kind of, when you're young, you sing cover versions, but then you have to actually develop your own style. And that's when I had to mix, I chose to mix actually, contemporary and a bit of the old. So kind of have to show that your voice, your skills, your technique. Yeah.
Now, obviously, a good song is always the biggest part of the competition, but you also need staging. How will you try to bring it on stage?
My performance is going to be a bit different. It's something the stage in Malta I've never seen.
That's great.
Yeah, it is very contemporary, it's very modern, and it's going to be very intimate. So kind of, it's not about the wow and the big flashy things. It's going to be just right.
So now you already, before we did this interview, said you have a big team. Now, how is working at the moment? I think you're really stressing out with all the rehearsals and interviews. How big is the team? Who is in it? Like
yes, my two rocks at the moment. They're Luca Topardi, who is a Maltese designer. He's going to be my stylist and designer for the night. And there's also Andrew Boijbert, who's my creative designer. So basically he's taking care of all the staging, performance, promotions. That's all in his hand, whereas Andrew's taking care of makeup, hair, and how I'm going to look on the night. As regards to vocal coach, I have two. I have Joshua the Cardinal, and he's the tutor of Clarice and Little Mix as well.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, he's brilliant. I've been friends with Josh since about 7 years ago, and kind of he's the one who picks me up and transforms my voice like to what it is now. There's also Pamela Bedina, who is also a great friend of mine. She's amazing, and he's also my vocal coach. There's also there's going to be Jolene, Jolene who's going to be my choreographer for the night, and I'm going to have Napapa Dance Factory, who will be my choreography for my performance. Then as for hair and makeup, I have Lara Toma and Gabrielle Zamuku.
Oh, it's a big team behind you.
Yes, it's quite a big team.
Even if it's stronger, you know, you need a lot of strength now. Now, when you're on stage, obviously you need everything needs to be on point, everything needs to be perfect. How do you cope with everything to actually be relaxed when you go on stage?
I'm quite a relaxed person, as in, of course, I'm anxious now because until everything comes together. Once I will have my first rehearsal and I see how is everything playing out, then I'm fine. Because obviously the intensification of work is now.
Yes. Like
during production week, it's going to be just a few touch-ups and the major parts have been done. My rehearsals are over, you know. So kind of my production week is time to enjoy my performance and to have fun in the experience. So I think it will work out well. I hope so.
Now, there are other 15 acts that are performing in Malta Eurovision with a lot of Eurovision veterans, but also with a lot of new young faces like yours. Yes. How's the team going? How's working with all of the other acts when you have meetings?
It's been really good. We have really good communication, even with PBS. And we're kind of all a young age gap, so kind of we're really friendly with each other. Of course, yes, it's a competition, but I mean, yes, it's really cool.
Perfect. Now we know that you're really busy and there are a lot of things that you still need to do. To finish this up, if you would go to Eurovision, you would have the chance to sing in front of over 300 million people.
Yeah.
What do you think would make you stand out as of the other competing countries if you would have the chance to go?
Yes, I'm going to have a product that's local, that's all Maltese. I'm going to have something that is new. My song isn't just something that is Eurovision style. It's something that's current. It's something that people are going to like. And obviously, if hopefully I win, we'll have to see how that would actually reach those 200 million people.
Fingers crossed, though.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a message for your fans and the readers of wiwibloggs.com?
First of all, thank you for watching this video. I'd like to tell everyone how honored I am to be part of this experience, and to actually thank them for all their support and for everyone who's been supporting me. And I really, really want them to look forward to my performance. The performance you really shouldn't miss.
If you have the chance and you're living in Malta and you can actually vote for Malta Eurovision, and you think Rhiannon is the best choice to represent the country in Kiev, you should vote for her song Fearless. Thank you so much.
Number 8.
Number 8. And if you want to show your love to her, you can also like her Facebook and social media. I'm sure she would appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you all.